Whether you love the dude or think he's a bit of a, well, you know, it rhymes with stick, it simply can't be denied that Pewdiepie is killing it when it comes to YouTube. He's easily one of the world's most famous gamers, is rumored to be the next heir to the throne, and might be in line for a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Okay, that's not all entirely true. But he is such a big deal that these things wouldn't come as much of a surprise. So how did this Swedish guy with a name that's just way too hard to pronounce, Kjellberg, Kefeffelberg, Wellberg, Donnie Wahlberg? Whatever. How did he turn things around from being a university dropout to the king of YouTube? Did he bribe someone? Did he trade some magic beans for an almighty YouTube channel? Or was it more so a case of having a wacky, popular, often controversial approach to streaming video games? Well, Squad fam, let's start digging and find out. Anyone who's guilty of surfing the web for hours on end, probably putting off some important school paper or something like that, will have come across this guy, no doubt. But just in case you bros or non-bros out there have been allergic to Wi-Fi over the last few years and have avoided the internet at all costs, we'll slap you with a quick rundown. His name is Felix Arvid Ulf Kjellberg, better known to the online universe as Pewdiepie. Don't get him confused with I'm a QT Pie, though. Yeah, we know, internet names are tough, aren't they? Pewdiepie is a YouTube star, actor, comedian, meme reviewer, reporter, and gamer commentator. Yeah, he does it all. But he's best known for his video content, and he is excruciatingly close to 100 million YouTube subscribers. Pretty much all of his videos get over 10 million views, with his most popular one currently at 210 million. Holy freaking hell, that's a lot of views. All up, he's had his content watched over 22 billion times, and yes, that's billion with a B. He was the official king of YouTube from late 2014 to early 2017, and was even named by Forbes as the highest-earning YouTuber, with his annual income eclipsing a seriously impressive $15 million. Fast forward to today, and his total net worth has been said to be well upwards of 20 million, potentially as high as 30. No, you're jealous. Most of the time, he simply records himself playing games, and it's been pretty Minecraft-centric lately. In fact, he's made some wild revelations about that game that many of us had never even noticed.
Look, it's Tiny Horse. Hello, Tiny Horse. This is amazing!
Jokes aside, Pewdiepie is one of the most successful online personalities ever. So how exactly did he turn yelling and screaming and swearing on camera while playing video games into a dominating social media empire? Grab the popcorn, keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times, and let's take a look at his rise to fame. Let's start at the beginning, shall we? Like all the way at the beginning. Before Pewdiepie was Pewdiepie, he was just Felix. He was born in Gothenburg, Sweden, and as a kid developed a bit of an interest in video games, as many younglings do. He was always drawing popular characters like Mario and Sonic and spent hours on end button mashing on his beloved SNES. Then, as he got a little older, he was like, high school is stupid, I'm gonna ditch class and go play video games with my friends at the internet cafe, because why the heck not? It seems that he wasn't too keen on his college degree either, dropping out of his industrial economics and technology management courses at Chalmers University of Technology midway through. You might assume that he left because he wanted to become a famous YouTube star and take over the world, but that's actually pretty far from the truth. In reality, he said see you later to college because he just didn't have any interest in his courses, plain and simple. He actually thought that the concept of leaving university to pursue a YouTube career was, quote, fluffing stupid, although he didn't say fluffing, if you know what we mean. So after he dropped out, he was like, what the heck do I do now? Should I join the circus? Should I flip some burgers? Should I edit some things on Photoshop and see if it leads anywhere? Well, yeah, that's what he did. No, not the circus thing, the Photoshop thing, and well, sort of also the burger thing, since he ended up working at a hot dog stand. But yeah, he decided that the YouTube channel idea wasn't as fluffingly stupid as he initially thought, so he came up with a little plan to raise some money and start making videos. Did he sell a kidney? Nope. He began to print off some of his Photoshop artwork and sell them to his nearest and dearest, plus any randoms who took an interest in his designs. It might come as a bit of a surprise, but they were actually really good. Or at least we think so. Here, judge for yourself. Okay, where were we? Dropped out, sold fancy art stuff. Ah yes, starting his YouTube channel. Kjellberg originally signed up for a YouTube account back in 2006, the same year that Pluto was downgraded from a regular planet to a dwarf planet. We haven't really gotten over that yet. He initially signed up under the name Pewdie, of which the pew represents the sound of lasers being shot, pew 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 pew, and the DIE referred obviously to death, with all of the killing and monsters and bad guys and all that jazz. Funnily enough, he actually forgot his password. Don't worry, Pewdie, we've all done it. And was forced to come up with a new name, and hence the creation of Pewdiepie. So, in the very early days when he started to upload his videos to the internet, he was best known for his commentaries on horror games. He'd be playing, running away from zombies, and sniping possessed witches, falcon punching hordes of slimy vampires, and dodging the incredibly scary Walmart scooter lady, Darlene Fleischermacher. Anyway, whatever the case was, he would film himself doing so while rambling on about whatever he came across in the game. Some of his more notable early games were Amnesia: The Dark Descent, Call of Duty, and of course, Minecraft. With us so far? Cool. In the early days, he didn't want any outside help either, being like, quote, I want YouTube to be YouTube, end quote, whatever the heck that means. He wanted to be his own personality and he didn't see the need for editors or production assistants. Until, of course, not too long down the track, when he did. He also started to create a bit of a tradition of introducing himself to his bro army, or his following of 9-year-olds. That was just a term thrown around. Most of his audiences are Generation Z peeps, a tad older than that, with a goofy and high-pitched voice. Generally, his approach has always been pretty darn goofy and energetic in the sense that he's probably chugged down about 15 Red Bulls before starting each video. And always full of words that little kiddies should cover their ears for. You know, like duck. Anyway, it wasn't too long after the horror phase that our main man Pewdiepie decided that he wanted to step out of his bubble and venture into the dangerous worlds unknown. Dun dun dun! What that actually means is that he expanded from his horror niche, but he still kept his channel true to the whole gaming shindig. Less horror, more of other things. Less scary, super slimy, salivating zombies, and more diverse games. Cool. Fast forward 5 years to 2011, where Pewdiepie started to post weekly vlogs called Fridays with Pewdiepie. It was around this time that his YouTube channel started to gain a little bit of traction as well. The next 2 years would serve to be the slingshot that would catapult him from angst-ridden YouTube gamer to holy frickin' moly center of the universe dude, sorta. He had reached 60,000 subscribers by December of 2011, rocketed up to 500,000 in May of 2012, cracked the 1 million mark just 2 months later, and then doubled that to 2 million just another 60 days or so after that, all while continuing to pump out video content of himself playing games. So yeah, it happened pretty much in the blink of an eye. Then along came OpenSlate, a digital video analytics company that ranked Pewdiepie as the #1 YouTube channel in October of 2012, causing his status to continue to flourish. He then ditched his old growth company and signed with a new one called Maker Studios, which helped him to continue moving in the right direction. So by this point, it was a combination of luck, smart decisions, and a unique approach that had him ascending up the ranks at light speed. While 2011 and 2012 were the years of big growth, it was 2013 that shot him into the stratosphere. He was featured in a New York Times article after surpassing the 6 million subscriber mark, won the award for Swedish Social Star, devouring his competitors Jenna Marbles, Smosh, and Toby Turner at the Star Count Social Stars Awards in Singapore, and then received an official certificate from the top dogs over at the Guinness Book of World Records for becoming the most subscribed YouTuber in the history of the whole freaking world. Not bad at all. By the end of 2013, PewDiePie's channel was becoming so big that he was gaining a new subscriber literally every second. In the time it took us to say that, he would have gained 10, 11, 12 new subscribers. 16, 17, you get it. It's impressive. At this point, he was still somewhat involved with the horror genre from his early days, while dabbling in other genres here and there. But in 2014, he had a mid-shift change. He was like, oh hell no, I don't want to shoot no Walking Dead no more, and scrapped that genre focus and decided to just actively play games that actually interested him. Oh, and he also had this whole topsy-turvy relationship with YouTube comment sections, but that's a story for another day. Of course, this absurd growth and popularity isn't without more of its fair share of controversy. He copped a heap of criticism for some ill-mannered jokes that belittled serious issues. And he got plenty of backlash for using certain words to describe certain people. We'll let your imagination do the rest. Anyway, PewDiePie came out in 2016 to make an official apology, stating that he felt a ton of regret for the words he had been using in his videos all those years ago. Good stuff, Felix. We applaud that. As his fan base continued to grow and grow like the hairs on a 15-year-old boy's chin, he decided to expand his brand a little. Well, actually, a lot. With help from Maker, that's the growth company he was paired with, remember, he created an official PewDiePie website, a mobile app, his own game called PewDiePie The Legend of Brofist, which was released on September 24th, 2015, and an online store to sell all kinds of funky Pewdie merch. Of course, he kept on keeping on, racking up new subscribers and dominating the view counts for the next couple of years. Then along came the Indian record label T-Series, who had been battling it out with our beloved Pewdie for most of 2018 and 2019 for the illustrious YouTube top spot. The Bro Army has been rallying trying to maintain numero uno, however, he's currently sitting in the silver medal position. Nevertheless, whether he makes it back to #1 and takes over the world or not, PewDiePie will forever go down as a YouTube legend and a pioneer of this new form of entertainment. Well, that's all for how PewDiePie became a YouTube legend. Do you think he deserves to be #1 again? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and join our notification squad. Thanks for watching. See you next time.